What's up, guys? It has been a minute. I one of the last videos I made, I talked about starting a new job, and that threw me off of my YouTube game. But wouldn't you know it, another job kind of came out of the blue, and it was an awesome opportunity, and set my family and I on a new path, a new journey out of the state we were living in and into a new state. So of late, that's kind of been my story, starting a new gig and moving out of one state and then moving to Pennsylvania and buying a house, getting settled in, working, that kind of thing. But it's been going well, real well. But along the way, I've kept on saying to myself, man, I gotta make a video about that. Oh man, I gotta make a video about this. But this was like, I was just like, oh man, I gotta put this video out here because I want to start using this thing that I'm about to show. But wouldn't you know it, this is not my typical video because this has nothing to do with knives. This has to do with a pair of boots. So enter the Drew's Lager, Drew's Logging boots. So the reason why I'm making this video is hopefully if I could help somebody out who's kind of on this kind of same journey that I'm on here. This is my first pair of P&W style, Pacific Northwest style boots, which are like the ultra of ultra well made. For those of you guys like who maybe have watched my channel in the past, might not be familiar with these. These are like extremely well made boots. Pretty much, other than the sole, which as you can see here is leather. Is rubber. Everything else is leather. So the stitching is just extremely meticulous, and it's just very well made, and it's really meant for guys in the professional space who are like, you know, in the trades, or in this case a logger in the forestry service or something like that, wildland firefighters who need an extremely well made pair of boots. But you know, over the years, these have become kind of crossed over into other realms of other guys who are into this kind of thing, who might not be a tradesman. So that's one thing I'll say up front. I am not a tradesman, nor am I a logger or a wildland firefighter. So that's not the intention for me when buying these boots. I am just planning on working in them, hiking in them, and wearing them because they're awesome. But the reason why I'm making this is to kind of just share a little bit about my experience in the hopes that it might help somebody else who's kind of like entering into this game for the first time. Drew's, especially Drew's, they're made in Mexico. They're not made in the United States, but they have the same, to my knowledge, they have the same quality standards that the traditional P&W style boots have. Those makers like Drew's, like Nick's, White's, JK Boots, something like that. Like these are very well made. You know, and apart from being made in Mexico rather than the United States, they're very comparable to those other makers. But as a result of being made in Mexico, the price comes down. I got these as an early Christmas present because they went on sale, which made them extremely attractive. I had my eye on them for quite some time. And also because, quick background about my situation with boots that might help somebody. I got into Red Wings, very, very well-made boots. Mainly, you know, they're stylish and they're cool looking, and the leather patinas and all that fun stuff. But I also do a lot of hiking and rucking, in particular, where I'm like kind of doing weight bearing on my back and then hiking long miles. And my feet, I already have bad feet, and my feet were getting wrecked. So, and my shoes and my boots, for that matter, were getting wrecked too. Like I usually had like Under Armour boots or something like that, like lightweight tactical boots and stuff. But they were getting literally destroyed. I mean, it was amazing to watch in a couple of months how I would tear through a pair of boots. Like I'm talking like the heel counters would just be on the inside, just worn to nothing. There'd just be holes in my heels, by the balls of my feet, just be nothing there. It was crazy. So it kind of got me like thinking, I cannot believe how poorly made shoes are, or what. But also, I mean, I was kind of using them hard. Maybe not abusing them, but I was using them hard. So anyway, my research got me into Red Wing, like heritage style Red Wing boots, which are also made out of all leather. Leather is incredibly durable, way more durable than any synthetic materials usually that go into these other kinds of boots. So, and I found that to be the case, and they were just amazing for that. Also, I have flat feet, and that doesn't help anything. So the Red Wing style boots were really giving me incredible support for my feet, which really helped a lot. So anyway, so I also through that time had my eye on a pair of logging boots, because I think they look awesome. They're extremely well built. I love the idea. I mean, you can have these things for over 10 years. You know, you just resole them. But these are that kind of boot. I mean, these things are like lifelong boots for me, because I'm not in the trades, as I said. I would just need to resole them when I want. So that combined with this arch support in this boot is something I was really intrigued about, because these things have naturally built-in arch support. You can kind of see how the arch goes here through this midsole, which also happens to be a huge piece of leather. So normally what I would do with my Red Wings is wear orthotics, something like this. You know, like these are custom carbon fiber orthotics, which I throw into my boots because I have flat feet. I've had to modify these because I didn't want them tearing up the inside, the leather of my boots, but they work nonetheless. But with something like this, I don't have to use those because these have built-in arch support. The downside of something like this potentially is that because of your flat feet, this might be too much arch support, which is part of the reason why I'm making this video. So I really gained a lot of benefit from guys doing videos like these with all kinds of different products in the past, just to kind of like track their evolution of experience as they wear stuff, use stuff, you know, how things work out for them over time, especially if you're investing in something that you want to have work for you. You know, maybe you find out that this might not be the thing for you, or through what I say or what others say, you might find, hey, this actually could work for me. So hopefully I've gotten a lot of help from guys and gals in the past. So hopefully I can pay that forward a little bit. So I have not used these yet. This is obviously not a review. I'm just kind of throwing these up here for now, just to kind of share my experience, and then I'll do another video and kind of share how my flat feet are handling these things. I've tried them on and they fit great. That you can definitely feel the arch support. So we'll see how that goes. I'm also not working in these things 10 hours a day, so I'm not anticipating any major issue. But again, I'll report back, and it might be helpful for a guy who's actually in the trades, but who has flat feet, and they can kind of use take what I say with a grain of salt and realize that, they might be using these harder, which might translate to more wear and tear on their own feet, and maybe it could help them. So that's one thing. The other thing I want to mention is, the ordering process with Drew's. On the website, I double checked this. I'm pretty sure on the website, the sizing recommendations with these are, they want you to go a half size down from your Brannock size, or a size and a half down from your regular sneaker size. All right. I thought that was weird. I wonder what other people think about this, because it turns out that my Brannock size is the size of my sneakers as well. So I was kind of like scratching my head there a little bit. So I'm typically an 11 on my Brannock, and I'm an 11 in sneakers. So I don't know what to do. Should I go to a 10.5 or should I go to a 9.5? So what I did was I split the difference and I went with a 10. All right. I tried the 10s came, but I found, so, and they felt okay. So I wore them around the house just to kind of see what they felt like. I wear a good pair of socks with them. Found out that I felt like they were too big. So anyway, I didn't know though. I wasn't really sure, because they say that you should have a thumb's width of space in between your front toe and the edge of the boot. So I was thinking maybe these are exactly as they should be. But as I was walking upstairs on carpet, I realized I don't think that these really are the right fit. So I call them, and Drew's is very helpful. What I'll say is 2 points of reference for the prospective buyer of Drew's logging boots is that the sizing, I'll mention that in a second, but also the kind of like the protocols for return are that if you don't wear them outside and you only wear them inside, Drew's will accept returns or exchanges very, very readily and without any issue, so long as you make sure that you purchase what they call like a returns and exchange edition or something, like at the checkout in your cart. It's like $6.99 or $5.99 or something around there, $5.99. And if you add that in, it allows you to return the boots for a full refund or a complete exchange. So that's something, I think that's something worthwhile. The other alternative is to go through like their sizing diagram schematic thing where you like trace your foot and then you mail them that piece of paper and then they come back to you with a recommended size. So if they have that on file and the boot doesn't fit you, then they will also accept return. That just seemed like a little bit crazy to me. Not crazy. It just seemed like kind of a lot of extra process. I just figured my feet are so wacky that I might go through all of that effort only to find that I still need to exchange them or whatever. So I figured, you know what I'll do here is I will just get that additional $5.99 thing and then return them if I have to. So, and it worked out really well. So I call them, I tell them my situation, and they're like, look, just get another pair. I will send you another pair, and then try them both on in your house at the same time, so you're in the comfort of your own home, and you can kind of figure it out and choose whatever one works best for you, and then return the other ones. So they were very helpful. Really helpful people at Drew's, I have to say. I would definitely work again with them in heartbeat. I just really appreciated their attention to detail and just how they answer questions. They immediately pick up the phone. They call you back when they say they're going to call you back. That's very helpful. So anyways, that was really helpful. And it turned out that I actually went with the 9.5 Ds. I did not. So I'm returning the 10 Ds. So that's that. So turns out it worked for me, their recommended sizing, which is going a size and a half down from your sneaker size. It did not work for me to their Brannock size though. So their Brannock, I think, says to go a half size down. So for whoever was looking at these, just keep that in mind. I recommend getting a pair and then getting get that return and exchange thing. So that way you have absolutely no issues if you need to return these things. Also, like Drew's, they say, is like kind of the gateway drug into like the super high end PNW style boots. These are going to be fine for me. I think I don't see a need for me personally. Well, I say that, you never know what the future holds, but these are amazing. I mean, these things are so well made. I do not foresee having to or wanting to go get like a pair of whites or Knicks or whatever. But then again, like I might get into these so much and love them that I might do that. So who knows? But I can attest that these very well could be the gateway drug, even if I don't buy a pair of whites or JKs or whatever, because like, in this example, like these are custom quality boots, but I did not have them built. So it didn't take 6 months for me to get them. I didn't pay as much as I would have paid if they were built in the United States. And I got them and I could easily return them or exchange them if I had to. Whereas if I bought custom made boots, that would be, I think, a different story. So great option for somebody who's not really in this game but wants to get into it with kind of no strings attached. So something to keep in mind. So that's kind of the story. I just wanted to share the ordering kind of situation on their website, the sizing situation, and also help whoever I could with this flat feet issue. For now, I just wanted to kind of put it out there. I'm now going to start using these, and I will come back and kind of report and tell you guys if how my feet are doing with them, and maybe that will help somebody else out. But just look at these things. These things are really well made, like built like tanks. Just love it. Just love it. Like I'm like the backyard logger. Like I love camping, making fires, like doing yard work I got into in my new house. So I'm doing a lot of that, which is kind of cool. So, this is way more boot than I need technically for the kind of work that I'm doing. But also I hike pretty hard and I burn through boots and shoes. Like my feet are just wacky and I will burn through stuff. So I'm imagining these really will benefit me for a lot of ways. So that's kind of the story. Hopefully, as I say, this can help somebody down the road. And I have, if you made it this far, I'm looking forward to making some night videos. I got some cool things to talk about. And also, I don't know. I mean, doing this boot video made me realize I might do some other reviews on other things that I have too. Why not? But see how that goes. But anyway, it's good to be back. Hope you all are doing well, and hopefully this can help somebody. Feel free to ask me any questions in the comments or whatever, and I'll get back to you guys. And let me know if you have any experience with these things, and if you have flat feet or not. But let me know if how these boots are working out for you, if you got them. Okay, thanks guys so much, and I'll catch you in the next one. Later.